Hi, I'm Michael Helmbrecht. I'm the Director of Product Management at LifeSize Communications. I'm here today to talk to you about the LifeSize Performance Advantage. At LifeSize, we've developed a purpose-built architecture that provides the highest quality video communication experience. Our systems also provide the most efficient use of bandwidth available. LifeSize provides true HD 720p video in cinema quality 30 frames per second. Only LifeSize delivers this along with standard HD content sharing in 1 megabit per second or less. That's true of our Room, Team, and Express line of systems. LifeSize systems also deliver the best quality of experience at any bandwidth. For example, if you only have 512 kilobits for video, only LifeSize can deliver DVD quality at 30 frames per second. LifeSize systems can scale down to operate in as little as 128 kilobits per second or up to as much as 6 megabits per second of bandwidth, all in 16 by 9 wide aspect video with embedded content sharing and full frame rate for fluid motion handling. At any bandwidth, LifeSize can provide the highest quality of experience available versus all other manufacturers on the market. Now let's talk more specifically about how the performance of LifeSize systems compares to the competition. I'd already mentioned this, but I want to emphasize that at LifeSize we focus on delivering a high frame rate in all of our video communication experiences. We do this because that yields fluid, lifelike motion handling, which enables a communication experience that feels as close as possible to you sitting across the table from me. All of our competitors don't take that approach, and that yields very different results in the communication experience. So now we're going to take a few minutes and look at specifically how our competitors compare to LifeSize. The Polycom HDX line of systems are also capable of delivering an HD experience. They can deliver 720p and, through a motion setting, they can prioritize motion handling to sustain 30 frames per second for fluid, lifelike motion. To do so, though, they require twice as much bandwidth as a LifeSize system. So a Polycom HDX requires 2 megs per second of bandwidth to do what a LifeSize system can do in 1. Now, when you drop an HDX system below 2 megabits per second of bandwidth, and you still want to sustain motion handling, what you'll find is the quality degradation is precipitous. Quality drops from HD quality to less than DVD quality, and the aspect ratio of the screen drops from widescreen 16:9 to a standard definition 4:3 format that's apparent to any user. Now when you look at a lower bandwidth like 512 kilobits, where LifeSize delivers DVD quality, Polycom drops off yet again, delivering only SIF quality, which is 1/4 of the resolution of what LifeSize delivers at that same bandwidth. The Tandberg MXP line is also capable of sending HD video. To do so, it requires 1.5 megs per second, or 50% more bandwidth than LifeSize. But there's more to it than meets the eye. The Tandberg system is not powerful enough to send HD 720p video and maintain full frame rate at 30 frames per second for fluid, lifelike motion handling. Now what that means is, if I wave my arm, if I lean forward and back, if someone walks into the room and there's a decent amount of motion in the frame, what will happen is the Tandberg system will sustain the 720p HD resolution, but the frame rate will drop, in some cases to as low as 18 frames per second. What that means is that the person on the far end with whom you're speaking will see distracting motion artifacts which blur around that motion. What's more, the Tandberg systems aren't capable of sending HD video and receiving it at the same time. Instead, users will see DVD quality video while they try to send HD video, a much lower quality of experience. Like the Polycom systems, as bandwidth decreases, the quality of experience from the Tandberg system drops off rapidly. So below 1.5 megs per second, if you were to drop down to, say, 512K, where LifeSize delivers a DVD quality experience, the Tandberg MXP line would deliver a much lower quality of experience. The LifeSize Room 200 is the most powerful system available today. It's capable of producing HD video, 720p, 30 frames per second, in as little as 768 kilobits per second. What's more, it can produce better than DVD quality video in as little as 384 kilobits per second. It's also capable of doing 1080p 30 video, a much higher quality for more detail. It can produce 1080p 30 in as little as 1.7 megabits per second. LifeSize Room 200 can also produce HD 720p video at 60 frames per second, for even more fluid, lifelike motion handling. It can do so in as little as 1.1 megabits per second. Room 200 can also sustain 60 frames per second at lower bandwidths. For example, at 512 kilobits, Room 200 will deliver DVD quality video, but at 60 frames per second. The Polycom HDX 8006 is also capable of delivering 720p video at 60 frames per second. To do so, it requires 1.2 megs per second of bandwidth. Below 1.2 megs, the quality of the HDX 8006 drops significantly. The first thing a user will notice is, below 1.2 megs, the HDX 8006 will deliver a 4:3 aspect ratio standard definition image, as opposed to a 16:9 wide aspect ratio HD image. Beyond that, the resolution itself drops significantly below 1.2 megs. For example, at 768 kilobits, whereas LifeSize Room 200 is delivering a near HD quality experience at 1088 by 608, the Polycom system is delivering less than a third that quality of experience. Thank you for taking the time to talk about the LifeSize performance advantage. I hope it's clear that LifeSize Room 200 is the highest performing system on the market today, and that all LifeSize systems can deliver the highest quality of experience at any bandwidth. If you have further questions, please look at the LifeSize performance advantage on the partner portal, or if you have specific questions about this material, you can email us at npi@lifesize.com. Thank you.